right? So any number ending in any of these cannot be a perfect square. So that's the first pattern I want to show you, and then you should take note of it. Now when we talk about perfect squares, a perfect square cannot end in 2, 3, 7 or 8. Hello everyone, welcome to Math with Dotun. Today let's explore something exciting, and we've had some videos, lessons on squares of numbers, but I want us to see some patterns in these square numbers. Patterns in square numbers. Alright, they are not just simple multiplication, they have wonderful patterns, and I want us to explore them. The first one I want to show you is about the last digit of square numbers. The last digit of square numbers. Have you noticed anything about the last digit of square numbers? Alright, let's record the squares of numbers from 1 to 9, and then I'll show you. So we know that 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9, 4 squared 16, 5 squared 25, 6 squared 36, 7 squared 49, 8 squared 64, and 9 squared is 81. All right, now look at the last digit of these square numbers. So you have 1, 4, you have 5, we have 6 and 9. So any perfect square, any square of number will end with 1, 4, 5, 6 or 9. That means you cannot find a perfect square ending in 2, all right, or 3. So 7, 8. All right, I should also add 0 here because 10 squared is 100, remember. All right, so you have 1, 4, 5, 6, 9 and 0. Okay, so these digits 2, 3, 7 and 8 cannot end a perfect square. So if I have a number as 72, can this be a perfect square? Or 52 or 92 or 12 or 32, 42 cannot be a perfect square. What about 98? All right, so any number ending in any of these cannot be a perfect square. So that's the first pattern I want to show you, and then you should take note of it. Now when we talk about perfect squares, a perfect square cannot end in 2, 3, 7 or 8. I hope it's taken. All right, let's check the second pattern in the next video. Thank you. All right, the second pattern now. All right, we're talking about squares of numbers. Remember the results you get when you multiply a number by itself. So the second pattern in these square numbers that I want to show you is that the difference between two consecutive square numbers will be an odd number. All right, so I have 2 squared minus 1 squared. The answer will be an odd number. So that will be 2 squared is 4, and then 1 squared is 1. So 4 minus 1 is 3, odd. The difference between two consecutive square numbers will be an odd number. All right, so let's take another one. Let's take 3 and 2. So 3 squared minus 2 squared. 3 squared is 9. 2 squared is 4. And 9 minus 4, 5. Odd number, right? Let's take 4 and 3. 4 squared minus 3 squared. 4 squared is 16. 3 squared is 9. 16 minus 9. 16 minus 9, that's 7, right? Okay. Can you see? Odd, odd, odd. Okay. Okay, let's keep up now. Let's go to 10 squared minus 9 squared. 10 squared is 100. That's 10 times 10, right? And 9 squared is 81. So take away 81 from 100, and then you should have 19 odd. So in squares of numbers, the difference between two consecutive square numbers would be an odd number. Take note of that. All right, if it's not, then you know you're not dealing with square. Thank you. Let's move to pattern 3. All right, this is the third pattern that I'm going to show you in square numbers. Okay, the third pattern, and this one I'll call it adding odd numbers. Adding what? Odd numbers. Adding odd numbers. Okay, so let's do something. The first odd number is 1, right? So I'll just leave it at that. The first odd number plus the second odd number. What's the second odd number? 3, right? I wanted to say it. The first odd number plus the second odd number plus the third odd number. What's the third odd number? 5. Good. All right. 1 plus 5 is 4. 4 plus 5 is 9. And then let's go again. First odd number plus second odd number plus the third odd number plus the fourth odd number, which is 7. So 1 plus 3 plus 5 is 9, plus 7 is 16. Let's go on one more step. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7. What's the next odd number? Okay, so here we use 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 odd numbers. 4 consecutive odd numbers from the first one. 5 consecutive odd numbers from the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's the fifth consecutive odd number? The fifth odd number is 9. Okay, so 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 5 is 9, 9 plus 7 is 16, 16 plus 9 is 25. So can you see that this is 1 squared, 2 squared, 3 squared, 4 squared, 5 squared? Interesting, right? Okay, so that's it. So that means you can generate your squares of numbers by adding consecutive odd numbers starting from 1. So if I'm looking for the square of 6, I'm going to add 6 consecutive odd numbers starting from 1, and then I have the square of 6. If I'm looking for the square of 10, I have to add 10 consecutive odd numbers from 1, starting with 1, and then I have the square of 10. As simple as that. Now this is your call. This is your task, all right? I want you to tell me what I will get if I add the first 20 odd numbers. What will be the answer if I should add the first 20 odd numbers? And tell me how that relates to square. Okay, I'll be waiting to see your answer in the comment. Thank you. Bye.